Don't sweat the technique, yes I'm Jet Li, evidently, definitely. Muay Thai kick, you catch your left knee. The skill set to win like Gretzky. Reppin' the best team, the weapon be deadly. Remember the name, what did the best to MC? Stick to the plan of getting the Bentley. I'm giving you the blues like Elvis Presley. Boom, stick 'em. Ninja really going on the mission.
Alright guys, this is your host Pack a Punch here with Kid fucking Link.
Hey, how's it going?
Alright, Kid Link. So let's get down to the breakdown real quick. So let's talk about episode 101 of Dragonball Super.
Cool.
Alright, Kid Link. So what do you think about how Master Roshi was whooping that motherfucking roach ass guy?
The wannabe cell?
Yeah, the
guy you're talking about?
Yeah, the wannabe cell.
Well, the cool thing about like the tournament in general is that the reason why Super is becoming really, really like relevant today, and it's something that if you began Dragon Ball from the beginning, where the martial arts tournament began, and like before power was even like a factor, it was more of like strategy, more of like technique, like was the whole point of the game. And Dragon Ball Z, they kind of made that kind of irrelevant. It's just more of like who's the strongest guy, who can hit the hardest, kind of wins, or who can charge up their attack, you know? So the good thing about Super is, because realistically, Master Roshi shouldn't shouldn't be able to handle his own against these guys.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be able to handle like Frieza,
No, not at all. Like again, like just in general, I would never even pick Master Roshi to be on my top 10. If we're talking like Dragon Ball Z, status, if you're hosting like a Cell Games again, right? I wouldn't even put Master Roshi in there. But it's just more focusing on like the experience, more of like what they know, and because Master Roshi, he's a master, he knows what he's doing, and he has a lot of techniques, he has a lot of knowledge and like how to fight. I think that's one of the biggest things that Super is doing really well, where it's not about who's the strongest, but who has a better strategy. And again, Master Roshi, he trained purely based on like on his technique, which is why he was able to take out, regardless of the fact he had help from Tien, right? It's not really like he was with that move, he couldn't really move as well. It just kind of paralyzed the guy until Tien came in and finished him off. But that's really all I got from the episode. But the thing is, it's just pretty cool that you're seeing people that realistically shouldn't have any chance against these guys just work together based on strategy and just like beating people left and right. So that's kind of like the biggest thing I kind of took out of that. Like, good job to Super on their end for really focusing on that type of aspect and not just like who's the strongest.
I agree. But I also have to flip it on the other spectrum that Master Roshi's also been training for quite a while now, in his underground, in his little lair. But it's crazy how strong he really has gotten. That he's actually fighting minions of Frieza. He's actually showing some versatility against these guys. Like, you can't really downplay a Kamehameha blast like he's just been throwing, and then he's getting people knocked out with the help of Krillin and Piccolo. So it still shows that Master Roshi is relevant in power, and that he's actually been training, finding Goku in his base. Maybe not Goku at his strongest, but Goku in general,
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, again, I agree. And again, it's just more of like I guess like the development of like Roshi at the end of the day. But realistically, like as for like power scaling, Roshi kind of doesn't. He's not somebody that's really up there. It's just realistically, like, I don't think it's more of his power, I think it's just more of his experience that's really like making him hold his ground against like a base form Goku, against the Frieza, those Frieza minions that he attacked. It wasn't based on like his strength, it was more based on like his knowledge and what because Roshi's old, he's like hundreds of years old, so so it's kind of like I have to give it more to what he knows on his tech more than anything.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, his wisdom is way more important than his power itself. That's why even Goku brought him on the team. So I agree with you there. But it was awesome seeing a throwback move since Dragon Ball, man. It really was.
I think that's the whole. I think that's why Dragon Ball Super is becoming, 100 episodes in, why it's becoming such a huge anime now. Like, I don't know if you're not noticing like the ratings, but it's like it's even getting to the point where it's outplaying One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece was like number one for fucking a long time, dude.
Yeah, And you're how many? Like there's what 700 episodes? 600 episodes in. I'm not
No,
too sure.
no, it's 800, dude.
Yeah,
Easy.
okay, there you go. There you go.
About to hit 900 soon.
All right, but yeah, but really on that end, it's just like that it becoming relevant because you're going back to, I guess in a sense, the martial arts aspect of like of it in a sense, and that's kind of what made Dragon Ball, the first series, very exciting because it wasn't who was stronger. Again, it was just more of like who had the better technique, and that's kind of what they're going back to a little bit in this series.
Yeah, I completely agree. So let's talk about these Pride Troopers, man, ganging up on Goku.
Fucking Pride Troopers.
Oh no. So and then we had some rock dude who looked like the Thing, and then we had motherfucking Cable from Deadpool as captain of those guys. So it was pretty funny. Oh yeah, that fucking elf lady too. If I let out.
Yeah, the one creates different dimensions. Yeah, you can't forget about her.
Yeah, she actually has an awesome power. I actually liked it. And she's like the only. You know what I think about? I just random thought. I feel like she was one of the very few characters in Dragon Ball Super that actually had chi.
So much is going on that that's one of the things I'm not even paying attention to anymore, But yeah, no, I agree that. But I have to rewatch the episode to kind of comment on that.
No, so that shit was awesome. But let's talk about how friggin' Toppo interrupted friggin' Goku and Jiren. I really I was still waiting. I'm still waiting on that hit versus Jiren fight, even if it's never gonna happen. Or I just like the aspect of that fight. I kind of felt like,
to be honest with you, realistically, I'm not, and this is me just from what I've seen, I'm not too excited to see Goku versus Jiren because the fact is, like, realistically at this moment right now in the episode or where it stands, Goku doesn't stand a chance. Like, it's just plain, So it to me it doesn't make sense. I honestly I'd rather see Hit versus Jiren, and I think that's more of relevant right now because back in the Universe 6 Universe 7 arc, Hit was keeping up with probably even stronger than Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue Kale times 10, and from what he's learned all those new moves, he's probably even stronger than that now. So it's just, to be honest with you, it's just as matchup wise, as like what you'll get more out of. I see like Jiren and Hit being a little bit better fight at this moment.
Yeah, I see it. Goku's not stronger than Jiren as right now, but imagine if Goku actually started using techniques, different methods to his madness to actually win. Wouldn't that even play into Dragon Ball Super's, I would say montage in a way.
Their theme that they're kind of holding right now, like some different skill. Well, it makes sense. It's just it just depends. It's with the timeline and what we've seen. There hasn't been much that Goku hasn't really trained since the tournament was announced, other than like probably with Whis and like the gravity chamber for a little bit. Realistically, like other than that, like I don't see where could it happen. I don't see like something new. Again, they're hinting at new transformations. They're hinting at something. It's just whatever the case may be. They're doing a really good job at like hiding it, or there's probably something behind the scenes, off screen that Goku learned or picked up. That's gonna be like demonstrated in the tournament pretty soon. But the way that it's going, at this point for Universe 7 to win, it just makes no sense why, Goku has to have something up his sleeve.
Also, what do you think about Kale and Caulifla's relationship during this whole entire episode? They literally stole the show for me, being honest with you.
Well, I think we talked about earlier, the reason why this episode was so great was, again, it wasn't focused on Goku, and that was pretty awesome. And again, Super's getting really good at giving the fans what they want, and we saw Gallic Gun and the Kamehameha wave, the Final Flash and the Kamehameha wave between Goku and Vegeta while like unfused, and they kind of see them work together while, in the anime they make it very clear that they hate working together, but they clearly are we're amazing working together, and it was just pretty cool to see that. So seeing Vegeta and like him like come like just work and just basically single-handedly annihilate Universe 9 on their own. So, but the thing is, it was pretty awesome because again, like the whole Kel and Khalifa thing is just there's so much to it that we don't even know about. Again, they can make their own show or their own series or own spin-off of it. To be honest with you, just to kind of like catch us up to how like why Khalifa is so attached to Kel and why Kel is like gets so jealous when anybody is close to Khalifa. It's just so much behind it.
See, my quick theory on that is not just from what we got so far, is that let's say like the thing that I think Khalifa like, hates the most is just someone being a burden on Kale, or not even that, just someone helping Kale, and then not Kale, Khalifa, and then Kale getting jealous from that, becoming angry.
Right, yeah. Well, we can clearly see she gets jealous when she's not, when Khalifa's not really giving her attention. So that's the only time where she really lost control in both times that she went berserk. So,
and that shows like that insecurities on Kale, and then that's why she gets mad. But this time she had no one to put that anger towards, so it just really internally had that internal struggle on her, and then she just hated that feeling and just turned her own variation of Super Saiyan Berserk.
Well, I think that was like a special part about the episode was because let's be honest, Corporate, even if it hasn't been confirmed or anything, Kel's 100% a montage of Broly.
Yeah.
You can't deny that. Regardless of again, the Broly's he's not canon. At this point, I don't see that he will be ever, just because we have Kel, and to be honest, I don't see a reason why he should be at this moment in time. From what we've seen from Broly, he's never been able to really control his power. Even people might say he might have, you can argue that he can at some point, but realistically, from looking at it, Broly doesn't really have a full grasp of his powers. So I think in this episode, it was pretty cool to kind of see Kel break that barrier and kind of fully control that power. And not even to the, going into her Super Saiyan form, whatever you want to call it, and being able to dig deep and kind of move in, like transform herself into that berserker mode and still be in full control. It might be very strenuous on her, of course, as you can see her always pass out after she comes out of it, but I think that was kind of the turning point in it, because it kind of showed, again, like different variants in the Saiyan forms, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it kind of gave us another variant to like the whole legend of Broly, in a sense, because you saw a woman Broly, and she kind of I wouldn't even say perfected it, but kind of got a grasp on it. So that was kind of a pretty cool part about that episode.
I believe Broly will never be shown, just for the simple fact that it would confuse fans. It would be like, oh, isn't this Broly the same Broly from that legendary Super Saiyan movie? But then you would have to give his origin again.
I don't see a reason to bring Broly back. It just doesn't make sense. Again, you can the movies, they never fall into a timeline anyways. So you can argue that part about it. But even if you were to make a movie to really keep Dragon Ball going, you would have to kind of put this kind of timeline in it. And realistically, at this point, Broly, he would just get murdered by Goku and Vegeta. It's just right? And unless they make a backstory where he comes back, even stronger than ever, which Dragon Ball seems to do every time with every villain, anyways. But I just don't see relevance in it. It's just for my opinion.
Also, if you think about it, if they do bring Broly, they have to write a whole new script, just like you said, on Universe 6. And then if they're trying to play out that beef with Goku, then they have to revisit that, revamp that, show that, give him a reason why he doesn't like Goku again, and even though they give it, and even though if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan,
we don't need that, but for other people's sake, you're gonna need it anyway. So yeah.
That's the thing, like, especially because think about it. We're not only watching it. Not only Dragon Ball Z fans are watching it. Little kids are watching it, trying to pick up the story where they left off. Like, it'll be a little bit more confusing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
His story's cool. But at the end of the day, I think the Dragon Ball community can be happy because we've always wanted Broly to be canon. But since we got a female version of him, I think the senses should be happy about it and just move on from it.
I just like the fact that actually women are having, like, think about it. Khalifa is the first female Super Saiyan shown on camera, and then there's Kale, has like the first with their own variation of Super Saiyan as a female. So I just like that fact, really.
Well, again, like Super is just, again, it's just one of the things about Super is just really good at making other characters relevant in the series, where it's not a Goku and Vegeta show, so that's like the best part about it. And again, just kind of going back to what I said earlier, I think that was like the whole reason why episode 101 was so special, because it was episode based around two other people. Really, yeah, you got some screen time of Goku, getting careless like he always does. But realistically, it's more of, an episode about Kel and Khalifa, and, you got some 17 and 18 action, which is pretty cool. But other than that, I think, again, it's Super is doing great overall, just with the fact is that it's making other characters, making their story, making them a reason, like making them really a good fit for the series, and making us want more from the character. Like Hit, to be honest with you, I want to know more about Hit, and he's been in the episode. He was started off in like episode 30ish, and again, 170 episodes later, I still want to know more about the guy.
Yeah. Not only that, just a lot of characters in general. It's like, damn, when are we gonna get to this universe, this universe, this universe?
Well, yeah. Again, like, it opened up so many doorways to the point where I'm just like, dang, I want Vegeta to visit, planets at all. I want them to go see, that civilization and stuff like that.
I wonder who's the king of that planet.
Kaba kind of mentioned that Vegeta reminds him a lot of the king of this planet.
So freaking Kale and Khalifa like join together their hands in love and matrimony. I'm just kidding. She thinks of her as a sister relationship, supposedly, and they just destroy the Pride Troopers, combine blast, just like the Power Rangers. So it was a really good episode. 4 out of 5, no doubt about it. I just want more screen time of Kale and Khalifa. I never disliked Kale or Khalifa at all. Always thought they were interesting. A lot of people hate them because the fact is that they turn Super Saiyan immediately. But the thing is, at this day and age, keeping up with Goku and other Saiyans, you kind of have to turn Super Saiyan. Well, thanks for joining us, Kid Link. Give it your opinion and thoughts on the Dragon Ball Super 101 in the future. Alright, Kid Link, thank you for your time. Please like and comment and subscribe for another video, guys. Peace.
See you guys.